Hello everyone and welcome to Global Spec Racing for Take 2. I'm RTG Royale and alongside me in the commentary box is ScrattyRat. Hello, how are you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. Very excited for this race today.
Yeah, so we're here in Tier 2 for the pre-season race here around the circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, obviously the host of the Spanish Grand Prix. Coming off the back of a fantastic season last season. Fantastic season last season in which BG came out as the winner, and Davis 2K7 behind him in the standings. So we've got the drivers just starting to come up for their first flying laps here in this qualifying session. Also, some of the drivers you can probably see in Bennett's car especially, they're sporting blue helmets this weekend to represent International Men's Day, which was this last Thursday. So a lot of the drivers have wearing blue helmets to respect that. See two Archiers, Bennett, I think Kostag's got a bit of blue on his helmet. Cheeve and Davis are both wearing the same Galaxy sort of helmet, but I'm not sure it's the same. GSR Triple 4, Tier 3, nearly Tier 3 champion last season. However, he had it ruined by another driver taking him out on the season finale, so he finished second, but still, that was enough to Tier 2.
He's been quick. He reserved for one of our Tier 1 races last season in Mexico and did very well there, so he's definitely got some pace, so he'll be one to watch.
Yeah, definitely. He's a quick driver and also a nice guy to speak to as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. He's a good commentator as well. I've commentated with him quite a few times in tier 2 races. But yeah, he is good.
But then, yeah, I'm really excited to see the two championship rivals of last season, Davis and BG, compete again. Because that was very close. See if they're still at the top of Tier 2, or maybe some new drivers have come in and are going to take that spot away from them at the top. But it is only the pre-season, so it's a good idea of pace, but again, it is Spain. Like, it's not an amazing track, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say Leclerc. He's gone fast at the minute in the Alfa Romeo.
Ooh.
Costag quickly cancels it out though with a 15.7. GSR Luck goes P3. Davis is P3 as well. So Davis has a car ahead of him. Davis has Leclerc ahead of him, who's on mediums. Bennett goes P2 in the Red Bull. So we've got Beatnik feeding us through the information that it's an overcast start to the race with the clouds clearing throughout. So seems like it's going to stay dry throughout the race, which is obviously.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Like that.
The drivers are definitely like
Everyone
that.
out on track at the minute on a lap except Downward Leaf, who's on an out lap, just about to start his lap. Next person to cross the line will be Beatnik on the mediums on his return to GSR. Beatnik crosses the line and goes P8 ahead of Davis, between Davis and Leclerc. And then Striker goes, no, it's not Striker, it's Downward Leaf starting his lap. Next person to cross, GSR Luck and the Mercedes, and GSR Luck improves and goes ahead of Beatnik.
He is on the mediums.
So people starting to set lap times. Smoking Ginger's going to be next in the Williams to cross the line. Then it'll be that F1 boy. So Smoking Ginger goes P7. And that F1 boy is going to go P13. Second to last minute. GSR Luke goes P5. So the only people
are boxing
Jensen
now.
Bartley's invalid. Downward Leaf has crashed.
Oh.
Downward Leaf has had an incident on the
After turn
straight.
9.
Never mind, I want to see what's happened here. Has he crashed on the... That's the wall. Oh, he's upside down! Jesus Christ, he's upside down. That scared me. I thought his car had literally just been disintegrated. He's actually on.
It's going to be interesting to see what strategies people do though, because a few people are on the mediums now, but personally, from my experience, soft hard is doable here quite comfortably, I'd say, soft hard. So I don't know if it's worth it doing mediums to hards, especially if there's a safety car, it kind of cancels it out. So it'll just be interesting to see what people do. Kostag at the top at the moment. He was tier 1 last season, so he's actually dropped down a tier. So he will have pace after being in tier 1, obviously. But
they're all coming into the pits now. Only people that haven't set laps: BG, Jensen Bartley, and Louis M. They're crossing the line now. Jensen Bartley, P15, and Louis M goes on to provisional pole. That's a great lap. He's 7 tenths clear, everyone. That's a good lap from Louis M to start off his season.
15 flaps, quite impressive that.
Yeah, especially for the first banker lap as well. Watch Kostag now.
He's on the mediums,
he's in P2. Yeah, he's gone back out on the mediums, so yeah.
I think Davis has started his lap. Yeah, I wonder what Kostag's doing on the mediums, if he thinks he can improve on his time. He's just started his lap now. So we'll see what he can do on the mediums. Got FH44 coming around now. And to start his lap. Davis goes up into P3 at 1:15.7. Away off Louis M. So we'll see if people can catch up to him. Leclerc 15.6, still away off Louis at the top.
They just aren't actually going to get ahead. They're going to get anywhere near Louis M at the minute. Obviously they will eventually, but not at the minute they aren't.
It's quite a big gap, 6 tenths. Yes, Kostag is pitted with the mediums.
Yeah, Kostag, he invalidated his lap, so I'm guessing that's why he went in.
Leclerc's on a lap at the moment. He has improved. No, he has not. He's a lot slower than actually. Can anyone catch Louis M though? To look for tyres. I think that's another.
Yeah.
That could be.
He's gone off around the same place that Lap's gone off around the same place that Downward Leaf did. So
yeah.
I want to see off the track. See, he's just gone straight off the track. He's gone around National Groove. I'm guessing he wanted to just take a new track layout. I'm guessing like he did. I don't know how you can go off there. That's quite a
It is quite an easy corner to lose on if you're trying to
Quite a
take
weird
it
place
flat.
to crash. Not on the outside, it's quite hard.
Yeah. Normally people spin it on the exit on the straights. It looks like he's just gone straight on.
And FH goes P2, still 5/10 off.
Yeah.
Still 5/10 off, so Louis M really that far ahead, but now they're getting close to him. It's F1. I'm not good at these names.
F1 kid.
F1 kid, yeah, F1 kid goes P2, and that's about a 10th away from him now.
Actually caught up to Louis M now. It's Beeb still 17th. He's coming out now, actually.
Louis M, he's near his actual time. He could improve if he does a good final sector. He could actually go even further ahead. He goes a little bit shaky through, just out of into sector 3. Here comes Louis M though. Can he improve on his outstanding lap? As it's currently a 15.0, the chicane, his exit isn't very good, and he does end up diving into the pits. FH 444 going into the pits as well. He's currently in P3.
We've got Kostag on an out lap about to start his next lap. So
Beatnik is on a lap as well. Pretty sure Beatnik is on the. He's on the soft, yeah. He's currently set a 15.8 flat. So I'm hoping he's probably going to be hoping that he sets a better lap.
yeah, we've got Kostag's pitted. Got Leclerc on a lap now. See if he can catch up to Louis M.
Beatnik's got that F1 boy ahead of him. He moves out the way. Beatnik in the Red Bull. Going back to GSR after he left tier 2 a while ago, and Beatnik goes P5. So good luck from him.
Want my Red Bull drivers to do well. That's good.
Yeah, I'm a Red Bull driver as well in tier 4, so
Nice.
good to see Red Bull doing well. Elsewhere. Bennett's on a lap, watching him go through turn 3 there. He's actually gone purple in the first sector, so that's good stuff from Bennett. I'm going to watch him for the rest of this lap. He's got his teammate ahead of him on track at the minute. Watching him goes, Beatnik goes off the track on the national route, and Bennett is now 4/10 up in the middle sector. So currently he might be going ahead of FH 444. Can he put in a good final sector? Maybe put himself ahead of GSR Luke, maybe. As B-Tube goes P4. Here goes, oh, he's pitted. Oh, Bennett's pitted. He was on a flyer and he's pitted. He's aborted that lap.
You got a dodgy
I don't know what he was doing,
exit.
but he's come in ahead of his teammate, so that's going to hold Beatnik up as well. Look at this, Red Bull stacking up. That's going to take a while for Beatnik, so hardly anyone out on track at the minute. There's only 4 cars out there. 2 on out laps, 2 on in laps. There goes Smoking Ginger. Let's watch Smoking Ginger on his lap. He's currently P17. Smoking Ginger going turn 8 now, and up to turn 9. Still going, he keeps it in shape, and he's basically equal to his time. He's 1,000th down on his original lap. The minute Smoking Ginger is staying P17. So here goes Smoking Ginger in the Williams, and is he going to go ahead? He is going to go ahead of Jensen Bartley, so by 6,000. There goes Smoking Ginger, but everyone now coming out on outlaps for the final part of the session. Beachy, the only one in the pits at the minute, actually.
Leclerc has just started his lap, or his last lap.
He's definitely a pole contender, isn't he? Wouldn't you say?
I'd say the top 8, top 9 at the moment, I think could all have a shot if they get a clean lap together.
We just appreciate the fact that Davis is retired down. He's in the pits. Davis is just retired in the pits. But can we just appreciate the fact that Leclerc and Beatnik are actually 1,000th, separated by 1,000ths of Smoking Ginger. Oh, that's not Smoking Ginger. That F1 boy's retired down at turn 8 in the gravel. Here's Leclerc though. Oh, he's got Smoking Ginger upside down again.
That?
What was that? The Smoking Ginger's gone upside down again in the middle of that straight. Leclerc up by 0.2 at the minute, so that's going to be good enough to put him in the top 5. You need a good final sector. He's very clean through there. So here's Leclerc going through the final chicane. And he gets a little bit unstable on the exit, but here he goes. Is it going to be a pole lap? It isn't. There's going to be a lap for P. So that is his lap. Louis M's invalidated, so he isn't going to improve on his lap time. Oh, he's going to go Stag down in the middle, so he was down there, and he's not going to improve now. So Kostag is done in this session, but I think he's going to push for another lap.
Oh, F1 kid.
He just makes it to the line. I mean, he improves, he goes pole. He just made it to the line. He could have stopped. He could have probably made it to the line, and so he wouldn't have to put another lap in, and still would have got that pole. Bennett goes P8, not far away from Beachy. Jensen Bartley, I think that is, running down the straight, and he goes P5. Jensen Bartley, that's a great lap he's put together. And FH444 goes P4, and Beatnik goes P7, and we've got Mercedes and a Ferrari going down the pit lane, so that's their rate, that's their session done. Kostag is on a lap, and he is up. GSR loop for tyres, so we're coming round to the end now. F1 kid might snatch pole here. We're still looking. Kostag about to come around. Oh, he's pitted, he's invalid. Over. Next person is BG. BG goes P4. That's a good lap from BG.
Is there anyone else? I think we're done.
Yeah, we're just waiting on that Kostag and pit street tyre. And quali's over at an F1 kid as well. So F1 kid takes the first pole of the GSR Tier 2 season.
By around 3/10 as well.
Yeah, that's really good signs for the rest of the season for him.
From P4 to P6.
There you go, he's retired. So that is quali. A good qualifying for those, the likes of F1 kid, and also Louis M. Probably the shock of this qualifying session. What a lap he put together, and he never managed to improve on it. But that's actually his first lap he set in at the start of the session, which has got him P2. So that's good work from him. BGP4, obviously last season's Tier 2 champion. FH444, runner-up in Tier 3 last season, finishes 5th in quali. Leclerc 6th, Jensen Bartley 7th, Beatnik 8th, NRC Ireland 9th, Luke 10th, Bennett 11th, Kostag 12th, Davis 13th, Archie 14th, Striker 15th, KDX Briar 16th, Smoking Ginger 17th, that F1 boy 18th, GSR Luck 19th, and Downward Leaf didn't set a time, and he will be starting at the back of the grid.
It'll be interesting to see what the people outside the top 10 start on. If they'll go for mediums, which is likely, or if they'll try the hards and go for the one-stop hards to softs. Because I think that could actually be a viable strategy around here.
So that's the overcast conditions that we were expecting for the start of the session. I don't know why, but the stream title's wrong. Yeah, it still says tier 5 even though I did change it, but yeah. So they're lining up for the formation lap. Off they go. F1 Kid, a pole sitter for the first race of tier 2 this season. I mean pre-season anyway.
Yes, everyone outside the top 10 on the mediums. I'm interested to see if anyone goes for the softer hards. I think that'll be the best strategy.
So Davis is disqualified, Toon Archie's disqualified, Smoking Ginger, that F1 boy, and GSR Luck also disqualified.
So yeah, they're going to be sat on the grid now with some nice cold tyres.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for those, especially Davis. He was tier 2 runner-up last season, so that's not the start that he would have wanted the season.
Definitely not.
Definitely. Yeah, predicted pit stop strategy there, soft, medium, medium. Is the most likely strategy as F1 Kid comes around the final corner. So line up on the grid with the rest of the field snaking behind him all the way down to KDX Briar, who's still going round. I think that's turn 11. Just warming up his tyres, don't get them too hot, mate.
Yeah,
The tyres are going to just lose their temperature.
Don't do what I did and spin up on the formation lap.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not what you want to do.
I mean, it worked out in the end.
We're just waiting. I think they're lining up on the grid now.
Yeah, KDX, last one.
So here we are.
Oh, this is going to take about 10 minutes.
The lights are on. It's GSR Tier 2 for the new season. And it's lights out, and away we go. F1 Kid gets away well, but he's got Dougal, and there's already a Mercedes in the gravel, and being hit there, Toon Archie already off before turn 1. And Louis M is going to go wheel to wheel with F1 Kid into the first corner. And Louis M takes the lead of the race down into turn 1, and they're all staying on the track as Dougal now fighting F1 Kid Beat Cheap, and FH Beatnik already up into P6, Jensen Bartley P7. And NRC Island going down the inside of Jensen Bartley into turn 4. And Beat Cheap also ahead of both Hasses there, down at turn 5. And then, also, NRC Island and GSR Luke are battling. And they've got Kostag right on their tail. GSR Luke gets ahead And also, BG has just lost quite a few positions there. He's lost 4 positions
Yeah,
down at turn 8. Did he spin? Did BG spin? Because he lost 4
Not
positions in the
sure.
space of 1 corner.
He's still dropping down,
He's got
Leclerc.
Leclerc now on his inside. And Leclerc gets past BG as well, and BG nearly spins it there. And now he might even get passed by Jenson Bartley from McLaren. But he manages to hold him off.
We've got Kostag at the back, he's picked up some damage.
That might be what happened then. That might be why BG lost positions. But Louis M, great first lap from him. He's already 1.2 seconds in the lead. He took the lead into turn 1 and has managed to hold that. But the timings are glitching. Jenson Bartley now leads the race, according to our timings, but that is definitely wrong.
Yeah. So everyone's...
So we have 3 people in the pits. No, 2 people in the pits. Kostag and GSR Luck. I'm guessing Toonarchi's probably going to be pitting this lap as well. So let's watch the Mercedes stack as Toonarchi comes in. GSR Luck just came out of his pit box, and Toonarchi now coming into his pit box.
Louis M's already got a 1.3 second
Oh, they're not
gap.
ready for him down at Mercedes. They're not ready.
Louis M has got some pace off the start here and it's starting to pull away.
Yeah, great first lap from Louis M. And a great second lap as well, for that matter. Striker and that F1 boy are swapping position down on the straight, and Davis is even ahead of that F1 boy too. And Davis also trying to get through on Striker here. Down into turn 11. Striker on the inside, but now far behind Davis. So Davis up into P13.
KDX
That
is
race
right
started.
behind Bennett as well here, coming out onto the straight.
No, he's not using overtake, he's just relying on the slipstream. Now he uses the overtake button. And here is KDX Breyer, but he's held off the overtake button, which I'm guessing Bennett has been using. Looking at his amount, he's already on 44 after the first lap. GSR Luke committing a lot to the outside on the exit of turn 2, and he's now got Bennett right on his back. And there's yellow flags because NRC Island has gone off.
Bennett on the inside.
But Bennett and GSR Luke are fighting, and Bennett on the inside, and now that switches to the outside around turn 5, and GSR Luke just clips the grass, and now he's got KDX Breyer behind him. Bennett does get ahead. KDX Breyer thinks better of it, manages to hold off.
KDX.
Now is he going to try and run it up the inside? No, he isn't. Leclerc's the first person to get a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. He's in the fight at the front. He's right on the back of Beatnik for P5 at the minute. You've got BG behind them, but Leclerc really all over Beatnik. I mean, Leclerc really all over Beatnik.
He is.
And
they're just going to be waiting for DRS to come on, which it is now. So we could be seeing some overtakes now on the main straight, if anyone is. GSR Luke looking to have a go at Bennett around the outside of turn 1. He thinks better of it. And KDX actually the biggest winner there out of the first lap positions gain. He gained 5. So good start from him there. But with F1 Kid dropping down 2 places at the start, losing his place at the front. With Louis M now a 2.1 second gap to Dougal. So we'll be seeing if he can carry on stretching that, or if the 2 Hasses can catch up to him. With F1 Kid having a look down the inside. Very clean overtake there. Oh, but he's giving the position back. Louis M is pulling away here from the field. 3.6 seconds now.
I apologise. But yeah. What have I missed while I've been trying to fix my life?
Yeah, the 2 Hasses battling away.
Reset separating into turn 3. They're all very close at the front, as Beatnik now pulls to the inside of FH444 and they're going into turn 4. Beatnik stays behind and he's on the inside of the corner, and FH444 gives him the room and Beatnik just can't find his way past. However, this battle is not over yet.
4th, 5th and 6th are very close. Leclerc looking to have a go at Beatnik here. Better X out, turn 9. He's gone around the outside. Can't get the move done.
2 Archies left the session, he's crashed and we have a virtual safety car. Actually, we're just approaching where he crashed. Oh,
yeah.
it's a weird place to crash.
Surprised that's not a full safety car. It's right in the track. Ooh, a lot of drivers deciding to pit. I wonder if they're going
a lot of action in the
hards
pit,
or
and those who didn't
mediums.
pit.
But the Haas is double stacking. That could be a major problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. Google comes out now behind BG.
That is not
GSR
what
has got a drive-through for speeding on the virtual safety car, so he's not going to serve that now. Jensen Bartley is in P14 now, GSR Luke P13. Obviously, a lot of those have pitted. I think the ones that haven't pitted: Smoking Ginger, Striker, Davis, Bennett, and KDX Breyer.
They are in a better position right now.
GSR Luke gets another penalty, by the way. There's a drive-through in a 3-second now.
Those front 5 on the mediums, they will be in a great place. Got a feel for the Haas driver Google getting held up there now in P12.
Yeah, he's lost quite a few positions from that. He'll be down in P6. I think. Anyway, he'll be down in P11.
F1 gone down the inside of Smoking Ginger in turn 1. And Louis M looking to have a go at Smoking Ginger now, maybe. Louis M coming here. Looking, gets past Smoking Ginger into turn 7. Smoking Ginger dropping down 2 places there, but he is on 6-lap old mediums while the others are on fresh, but shouldn't make much of a difference. I'm going to see if F1 Kid and Louis can get past the front 4. So that is what they need to do.
F1 Kid's already trying to get Striker, who gives him no room into the chicane.
No, Louis M now has a good run of the last corner. Louis M. Oh no. F1 Kid comes out on top. Striker still keeps that position from Louis M. So F1 Kid hoping he can pull away a bit now from Striker as he holds up Louis M and catch up with Davis, Bennett and KDX.
Yellow's in sector 2 because of the McLaren of FH444. F1 boys left the session, and there's also another yellow flag. Smoking Ginger's crashed, and that's right in the middle of the track. And we have another virtual safety car. So the second VSC of the race, by the looks of things.
FH45 left the session. Is that a disconnect?
I don't know, we'll probably see in Discord soon.
Don't know what's happened to FH44.
Yeah, same. Right, Life and Boy and FH44 both back in now. So that's good for them.
F1 Kid now in front of Striker. And Liam really needs to try to get past Striker to catch up with F1 Kid. What will be interesting to see as well is Bennett, Costard, F1 Boy and down with Leave on the hards. See what they can do with that. I think Bennett will be in quite a good position with those fresh hards now. They'll be able to take them a long way.
Might be able to take them to the end of the race.
I think he can. In fact, for me it's saying he's on the zero.
It's only Spain, so it's possible. The Striker hasn't pitted yet. I don't think KDX Brian has either, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Well, Louis M has passed Striker for P2 in this race. Striker's a sitting duck at this point, so the faster car's behind him.
No, KDX has stopped.
Has he?
It's saying he has. The only person that's saying hasn't pitted is Striker. But that can't be right.
He might have pitted on lap 1 actually. I think he might have pitted on lap 1 maybe. I don't remember him being at the front.
He started on the mediums though. I think that's wrong. Louis MC now, if he can catch back up to F1 Kid, if he can show that pace that he had on the first opening laps, I'm sure he'll be able to catch up quite easily. People saying the soon title is still tier 5, we have tried changing it.
Okay, we
Doesn't seem to work. Beat Nick right behind Jensen Bartley. It's turn 1, trying to put around the outside. Oh, bit of contact there. Bennett has to go, Beat Nick has to go to the escape road. But I think Jensen might let him pass. Doesn't look like he is. We've got Louis M slowly closing the gap, 2 tenths that lap about. So he's just going to be looking to close that gap to F1 Kid. And Striker's just looking to hold on those mediums as long as he can.
Yeah, so F1 Kid still leading by 2 seconds over Louis M. Striker still hasn't finished the pits, but Leclerc right on the back of him now. As we're going to head down into turn 1. DRS wide open for Leclerc, but he's not close enough to get the move done. So, around turn 3, Striker seems to get away as Leclerc goes wide around turn 3, and we have Striker going wide and Leclerc maybe trying to run it up the inside, doesn't, it's better a bit. KDX Breyer watching this from behind as Leclerc tries to go down the inside again, but doesn't work. Striker now is going, the gap's closing ever so much, and Leclerc might get him with DRS down this straight as we go around turn 9. And Leclerc now down the inside. Is he going to go with Striker? And
nice
through at turn 10.
Striker's coming back.
Striker might come back at him here, but doesn't. And Leclerc is back up into the podium positions and is in 3rd. KDX Breyer is looking at this as well, thinking, can I get involved in this? Certainly can. He's got DRS on this straight. Managed to get within, he's just there in the detection zone. And this is actually quite good. This is quite a good position for KDX Breyer. He's going to go down the straight. Striker still hasn't pitted. And he's on the older tyres, everyone else on newer tyres. And KDX Breyer now getting ahead of Striker, so I'm guessing the tyre life for Striker is really deteriorating quickly. Probably.
Yeah. He is on 12 lap old mediums. KDX is on 3. Front 3 are on 6. So he will be struggling.
Yet, so I'm guessing his tyres are going to go soon. Sooner or later.
It's Louis M. Pretty similar gap to the lap before to F1 kit, so struggling to catch up, just maintaining that gap. Louis M has
Bartley is on the back of Beatnik, P10, the last points position, and Jensen is he's losing time. He keeps gaining and then losing time in the corners. I'm guessing Beatnik is probably on the faster tyres, and they probably pitted under that virtual safety car.
Getting past
Striker. Now ahead of Striker. Yeah, his pit window's open now, so I'm guessing he's probably pitting soon. Striker. He's just losing so much time. He's now got Dougal maybe on the back of him.
Yeah, he's struggling now.
He's really struggling on those mediums. They have no life left, and they're probably he gets a penalty there.
Yeah, so he's now got 6 seconds worth of time penalties, and then Leclerc has 3 out of the top 12.
Striker nearly spins coming into the chicane, and he does pit.
Finally.
So we've been waiting for this moment, and he's now the last person to make their pit stop in this race. And he speeds in the pit lane. Oh my god.
All that for 5 seconds.
We've been waiting for that, and now he speeds in the pit lane. So it's a 5-second penalty, and he's going on to the hard tyres. I'm guessing he's probably going to take those to the end of the race, if he can save the life in them. Unlike he did to those mediums.
I think Bennett is looking in a good position at the moment on 5 lap old hards, just sitting in 8th in a bit of clean air. He could take them to the end, those hards, where everyone else above will have to pit for maybe softs. So I think he is in a good position at the moment, but we'll just have to see. Got a bit of a 3 forming, Leclerc, KDX and BG. Everyone very piled up behind Beatnik, Jensen Bartley, FH44 and Davis and NRC Island. A bit of a train at the moment.
BG's catching up to KDX Breyer, and that DRS really helping. He's going to send it down the inside of the first corner. Doesn't work, and now he's going to try and slug it out around the outside. Doesn't pay off, but then
into
quickly
turn
switches
4.
to the inside.
Good defending from KDX there. So Louis M is actually losing time to F1 Kid now, 3.5 seconds behind him. So that pace at the start, not looking to be consistent.
Yeah, he's lost time through there.
No, all of the front 4 now have a 3-second time penalty, except from B-Tube, who is in 5th currently. So penalties are always a massive factor in any race. So everyone else will be looking to try and minimise them, and B-Tube trying to not get any, and that'll definitely help him.
The yellow flags in sector 1, there's a Mercedes round, that's GSR luck, round at the first 2 corners. And he spun around on his own.
Yeah, Louis M now almost 4 seconds behind F1 Kid. F1 Kid really coming to life on them mediums. B-Tube right behind KDX here. Could be looking for that overtake on the main straight. This KDX won't have DRS from Leclerc, so B-Tube should have him on the straight here. It's Louis M.
Louis M's pitted, and he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding.
That's going to cost him big time there.
So he pits for another set of medium tyres. Bartley has DRS, but he's not gaining on Beatnik.
I think Louis M is throwing away his chances at a win there with that 5-second time penalty. But he's gone for the undercut on them, but he is in a bit of traffic, and it's a VSC at the moment, so that's not going to help him.
There's another virtual safety car because that F1 boy's crashed.
Still feeling Bennett. Leclerc drive-through penalty. It's all falling into the hands of F1 Kid now. People behind him just gifting him penalties.
Virtual safety car's over. Jensen Bartley closed in on Beatnik under that virtual safety car.
Leclerc serving his drive-through penalty. That'll cost him a lot. So F1 Kid now 12-second gap lead on KDX. So looking strong, looking very strong on the pace today. B-Tube struggling a bit to keep up with KDX. KDX not having DRS on the straights, so B-Tube should be trying to get past him on the straights. YouTube's still a way off. Now, it's got DRS, but
Yeah, Beatnik's now right on the back of Bennett for P5.
Hopefully the teammates don't take each other out. Looking strong for Red Bull at the moment. Very good. Louis M now, right behind Jenson Bartley, after serving his drive-through penalty. He'll be wanting to get through all these people and try and push back up to YouTube. This F1 kid now pits, and I presume he'll be going on to another set of mediums now. Interesting, KDX stays out. There's YouTube pits though. F1 kid does go on to a fresh pair of mediums, and I'm getting YouTube will do the same. Beatnik staying out.
Beatnik is now in P3.
I'm saying Bennett is in a good position on them hards. So KDX will be going for one more lap or two more laps on those 11 lap mediums. Beatnik on 14 lap old mediums. He should be pitting soon. This Louis M is on 2 lap old mediums, so he's going to be surely taking them to the end. But he will be wanting to get past Jenson Bartley because he's been held up. KDX not putting this lap. He's still pushing.
So Beatnik's pitted this lap. He's just coming into the pits now.
Hopefully he doesn't speed. Very nice. Jenson Bartley stays out on 15 lap old mediums, so they'll be starting to wear out. Louis M will be dying to get past him. So F1 kid is 6 seconds behind KDX at the moment on fresh medium, so we're seeing if we can close that gap to get the undercut. We've got Davis in 7th on 12 lap old mediums, so he should be putting next 2 laps. And I'll see Ireland, 15 lap mediums, he should be pitting pretty soon.
I'm going to watch KDX Brian now, see if he does pit.
I think he'll go another lap. But I think he should pit now, I think that'd help him.
He hasn't pitted, he stayed out.
He should have pitted, I think, because their mediums will just be getting slower. F1 kid, 5.2 behind, 8 tenths gained on KDX half a lap, so KDX needs to pit next lap. It's Louis M and Jenson Bartley into turn 2 side by side.
KDX is running to the gravel out of turn 4, so
he's not helping himself there. 4.5 second gap to F1 kid now, 4.2, so I think he missed his chance to pit. He's going to drop quite a lot. It's Louis M. He's dying to get past.
So you've got Jenson Bartley in P5 actually, and P4 at the minute actually, and he's fighting with Bennett. I'm not sure when did Jenson Bartley pit last.
He's on 16 lap odd mediums at the moment, Jensen, so he will be slowing, so he should be pitting soon, unless he somehow tries to take their mediums to the end.
Yeah.
But remember, Luyan
Bennett runs really much in the grass, down the straight, and Jenson Bartley now moves up into P3.
KDX still not pitted. He's got to be coming in this lap. He's not helping himself, he's just making it worse. F1 Kid is just closing in on him. 2.5 seconds now. It's Louis M right behind Bennett into turn 10.
We have a yellow flag, and I think that's Downward Leaf that spun and he's left the session. He spun down at turn 4 in the gravel.
And KDX
so
has
Leaf
pitted.
leaves the session. KDX Breyer has eventually pitted, so has Jenson Bartley. And I think they're going off the softs, yeah they are. Soft tyres going on.
That's
for
interesting.
KX Breyer, and also Jenson Bartley I think is going to fit the softs as well. Oh, he's fitted the hards. Why has he fitted the hards for?
That is either a mistake or a glitch or something.
Yeah, well he's fitted hards, so...
Jenson Bartley going to be struggling for pace now, but Kostag now up to P5, 22 lap old hards. They're going to be a bit worn. I think he'll just try push to the end on them. But yeah, he spun at the start, or something happened at the start, had damage, pitted, managed to just sit on them hards for the whole time. So, Louis M now, right on the back of Bennett. Probably going to get past him on the straight here, because Bennett doesn't have DRS. Yeah, Louis M easily passed Bennett there.
So now... GSR Luke's actually in P6 right now, so...
He's been fairly quiet at this race, but consistent. Andy's got no penalties, so that's always a plus.
NRC Ireland has set the fastest lap, a 17.5, 1:17.5. In this race is the fastest lap.
I wonder if KDX will manage to catch up. There's a bit of damage there from someone. GSR Luke missing his left end plate, so not sure how he's got that. Oh, it's Kostag. Oh,
Virtual
Kostag.
safety car. That's a massive crash.
KDX I think tried to go side by side through turn 9 and Kostag spun it off the exit and hit the wall, so I think I can really
I saw it on the track
with
map, I
that.
didn't catch it on stream.
So this will help KDX, but he is pitting. He must have got damage from that. So again, Beatnik in third, net P2 as Liam has 11 seconds of time penalties. Like I said from the start, he had a good chance on them hards. So the safety car, I think, will help him as it will bring him up to F1 Kid, who has 3-second time penalty. So if he can stay within 3 seconds, the win is his.
Yeah, but so we've got Google is fighting with FH444 for P8 right now. He's also got Striker ahead of him. Louis gets a penalty. Leclerc has left the session. It's currently P11, Leclerc is, so
Not sure that's a
great start.
disconnect.
Dougal down right on the back of Striker. P7.
I think I'll get past him here on the straight.
Here goes Dougal. Down the straight into P7. Goes Dougal DO4. 7th place in this race for him. Striker's now going to drop back. He's also going to be challenged by NRC Island in the racing point. Striker marks off the inside, and NRC is going to run around the outside of turn 4, keeps out the grass, but Striker stays ahead. But now he's going to quickly switch to the inside and go for the gap. NRC Island gets ahead of Striker. That's a good move from him. It's a good move.
Odd. A good dive there from NRC Island. A clean move. He is on the soft, so he will have a lot of pace. Ooh. As he hits the back of Google there. Has he got damage from that? He has, missing the right end plate. He does pit NRC Island. But F1 Kid is miles ahead.
NRC Island is pitted for a new wing. Beatnik's also coming to the pits. Beatnik out of the points. Beatnik may be going fast as that, I don't know.
I think F1 Kid is going to win this race. I would have put my money on Louis winning the start he had, the pace he had at the start, put in 3 seconds, but F1 Kid's just blowing that right back in his face and said I'm quicker around here. So F1 Kid's just surely just going to cruise to a victory now, last 3 laps. But YouTube now catching up to Bennett. He is on fresher tyres, 8 lap on mediums, while Bennett's on 20 lap old hards. The beach you're probably going to look to have a go on the main straight, or you could have a go.
Beachy and Bennett. Now, yep. This is for P3 actually, I never noticed that.
I think it's actually for P2 because Louis has 11 seconds, 14 seconds now, so yeah, he'll drop down probably to about 6th. So BG probably going to get past Bennett now on the straight here with DRS and overtake. He's just past him. So now can GSR Luke catch up to Bennett? I doubt it. 5.6 seconds behind. Catching up quick though. Got Davis and Jensen Bartley battling it out for P9. Davis on 5 lap odds off as he runs wide at there. Turn 3.
Davis is definitely a favourite in this fight because, of course, he's on soft. Jensen Bartley's on hards for some reason. He put in a few laps ago. I don't know why he went onto the hards. It might have been a mistake. Because I can't imagine someone going onto hards with 6 laps to go.
No, it must have been a mistake.
Well, he's ahead of Dougal, who's lagged out. And he's now catching Striker, is Jensen Bartley.
Striker does have 14 seconds worth of time on these though, so he will...
Yeah, so it should be comfortable for him, no matter what here.
That's F1 kid, just cruising now. He's had a very solid race.
Striker's gone very wide on the exit of turn 2.
Striker, he is going to drop quite a lot, but he has gone up 7 positions from the start. But Bennett has gone up 7 positions from the start as well, and he has no time.
So Jensen Bartley trying to go around the outside of Striker. Davis has got a penalty there actually. But now we're on the final lap of the race, pre-season in GSR Tier 2. It's been a great race. It's been a thrilling race, a great race to watch. I think you can agree, Scratty. Definitely a great race to watch.
It has. A few crashes, a lot at the start, very close.
Yeah, it's been great racing from drivers as well. Definitely a very clean race, and those DNFs aren't obvious. They aren't collisions with other drivers. They're actually collisions on their own or just retiring in the pit lane. So it's been a clean race from drivers. Good racecraft on the show, and good pace to set out what we think will be the normal pace for this season. But it's F1 kid in the Haas in the Haas car, who's going to come around the final corner now, and he's going to be the first Tier 2 winner of the season, and he wins the GSR Tier 2 pre-season race, and it's a win for F1 kid. A great way to start off the season for him. It's going to be Louis M. taking home P2. He got a brilliant lap in qualifying, and he keeps his position.
They'll be dropping, I think.
Cheeb
Yeah.
will get ahead of Louis M.
Well, Bennett
So
got on the
Cheeb,
podium,
our
though.
Tier 2 winner, is in P2. Bennett comes home in P4 with GSR Luke right behind him
Half
in
a
P5.
second off P3 there for Bennett.
Yeah, FH444 P6. Jensen Bartley did get ahead of Striker in the end, so he finishes P6 eventually. Striker drops, Davis is P7 actually. Striker drops down to P9. Beatnik gets into P7 actually. So that's good for Beatnik. On his return to GSR, Dougal gets ahead of Striker too. Striker's penalty's really not helping. And NRC Island might even get ahead here. I don't think he will, but NRC finishes 12th. KDX Briar 13th. GSR like 14th. Downward Leaf finishes 15th.
KDX had some great pace that race. I just think his strategy wasn't...
Yeah, he had a great race. It's just, it all unravelled at the end. Just all didn't work. It didn't work out towards the end of that race, and he's actually just spun it down at the chicane.
Yeah, F1 kid, solid pace there, whole race. very quick.
And it's not F1 Kid, it's Cody.
So he's going to be angry at us calling him that for the whole race. But at least we know for next time. But yeah, very good drive from him.
Yeah, it's been a great race. I think we could probably get them in the party for interviews, I think. GSR looks like the fastest lap at the end, by the way. So that's the only positive to take away from him.
People saying F1.
Yeah.
Saying Cody needs to go to tier 1.
He can't make tier 1s though.
Ah.
Anyway, yeah, it's been a great race in GSR. And that sets off the pace for the next season, the next tier 2 season. Obviously, that's going to be season... What season is this?
5.
5. Yeah, so season 5, it gets underway. And it's been a great race here in GSR, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll be back next week. That was the final race of the weekend, and we will be back next week for the first race of the actual season where points finishes where points will actually count. First race next week, of course, China, Shanghai. So do not miss that for the opening race. It'll be tier 4 first. No, it won't be. It will be tier 3 first, tier 1, tier 4, tier 5, then tier 2. No, it's not. I've got it wrong. It's tier 3, then tier 4, then tier 1, then tier 5, then tier 2. But anyway, we'll see you next week in China. From me, RTG Royale, and ScrattyRat. See you next week.